Hey folks, hi. I'm Joshua, and this is a little series I call Lunch Break RL, or Lunch Break Roguelike, where over my lunch hour, I take time to make a little roguelike game. Um, the project is open source, so if you want to follow along, you can certainly do that. You can go to github.com/JoshuaSkelly/lunch-break-RL, and there you'll find the source code. I'm also tagging points along the way with different tags. So EP6 is the start of today. Fairly certain I did that right. I think yesterday I had to end a little bit short because my son was pretty ill. So thankfully he's recovered a bit and he's in daycare right now. So I have time to get a little bit of work done. But the big thing there is he is much better and he's in less pain. So that's always good. It's good to see him back to his little self. Make sure that I committed everything I meant to commit. Cool. And git tag. Yeah, so EP6. Episode 6 is where we are at. Cool. And where did I leave off? I think I just kind of paused in the middle because he woke up. We were working on, I think, the window stuff. Yeah, so I just had time to enhance the 9-slice drawbox. Let's take a peek and see. Window. Yeah. I wanted to try adding these UI elements, and I wanted to, because yeah, the scene. I want the scene to have a window. The window is there. It pins the window. That should make the window draw. And the window should draw a box. Does this actually run? Do we leave it in that? Do we leave it in a good state or do we leave it in a bad state? I can't recall. Let's check it out. And also, hey folks in chat. I think it's right now it's just Felix, but it's all good. Let's do a Python game.py. Oh, up. Init takes 3 args, but 5 were given. Yeah, I think I was trying to figure this out. This seems familiar. So window.py, console. Oh, yeah, a console just takes a width and a height. Duh. A window is like a subconsole. But this should work now, hopefully. X is not defined. Oh, yep, Joshua, you need the self accessor there. There we go. Sorry, I kind of left in a hurry yesterday. I think our UI class probably ought to just inherit from entity. Does that make sense? Or should it be something different? Because entity basically represents anything that can be shown on screen. So I guess it's okay if it inherits from that. Well, it's different because it doesn't have a single character representation. I can just add these, stub out these. Yeah, we have an update already, so I can get rid of that, but handle events would be good. Cool. There we go. I think you should really go underneath this, yeah, because it's not, because we were at one point drawing to the level, and now this gets blitted on, but it's not actually part of the level, which is good. It looks like I need to. How wide is this? Make sure I got my dimensions correct. So it looks like I'm off by 1. Yeah, so I'm off by 1 on my box drawing here. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So now I think what I want to do is I want to put the text centered on the top of the window if there is a title. So draw a box and if self.title, So I want so I want to find the center. So the center of box equals self.width over 2. Center of title equals len of title over 2. 2. And so for lack of a better term, x equals center of box minus center of title. I think that should work. And then so that data dot draw stir self dot title int x comma 0 comma self dot title. I think there's some problematic stuff with this code, but I think I can clean it up real quick. Let's take a whack at it. Python 3 doesn't do integer division. Oh, you're right. Maybe I should just. Yep. That's a good catch, Felix. Yeah. So if you do something like 1 divided by 2, it gives you a float. But if you do 1 divided by 2, it should give you an int, and that's what we want to use because the console is in terms of ints. Yeah, let's try that. Window has no attribute title. Oh, because I didn't set it. Yep. Self.title equals title. And then in here, let's just say window, let's just give it a title so we can test. Title equals, I think players is what I was using in my little demo, my prototype, however you look at it. Oh, title is not defined. I think I'm goofing something up here as well. Title is not defined. Title is not defined where? Oh, probably. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's fairly correct. My concern now is something like that we need to handle the case where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. So just in case it gets too long, we don't want it to, because this will probably crash, right? It should be like a negative. No, weird. Something's goofed up. I should have subtracted. We should have got a negative number there. Maybe we did. Let's see. Center of box. Print center of title. No, print x is what I really want to know. Yeah, it's -3, which is curious. Yeah. Cool. So let's just clean this up real quick. Let's do something like x equals the min of this and 0, and let's slice this to self.width. Still not behaving quite correctly. Wait, so max is what I wanted there. There we go. So that makes sure that if we give a title that's too big, it will cram it in there. I'm wondering if we should go just a little smaller, in fact. Yep, Felix is always catching my errors. It is nice to have a second pair of eyes on stuff. Real quick, let's do something like x plus 1, and then that's 2. Is that what I want? Yeah, there we go. So this makes sure that it's stuffed inside this little frame here. Yeah, which is nice. And now we should be able to create windows wherever we want. What I want to do is fill this up with player information. Hey Chad, thanks for stopping by, man. How are things? I think this is probably an okay place to commit. Git status, git diff. Yeah, I think all we're doing is clean up the window, and I think the scene is using it now. So let's commit that. Yeah, there we go. Now let's just make this actually something usable to players. Just run that real quick. Wrong command, Python game.py. Nope, I'm using TDL, which is a Pythonic binding for lib tcod. Ooh, now I've added other complications. Yeah, something's goofed up with my math, Joshua. I think that should be 1. Like that. Yep, that seems to be correct. And if I overflow that, it still should try to stuff it in there as best it can. Yep, that works. And if I go really small, it still should center the text. Hi. Hey, Bite Blind. Hey, Owl on Drugs. Yeah, no, this is, there we go, cool. I have used Pygame in the past, but this is the TDL has a really simple interface, simple API, which is nice. So let's just do players, okay, and there we go. That looks all right. Git status. Sorry, my keyboard's in a funky position. It's making too much noise. So git add dot, git commit dash m. Initial work on window UI class. Git push origin. Okay, that's cool. What to work on next? So I guess I can actually pull in the yeah, I'll do the stuff that Felix and I are working on. So my this little lunch project has spun off its own little side project, and it's called, let me see, Twitch. Right now it's called Twitch Observer. We're trying to figure out maybe if there's a better name for it, but it's basically a little Python API that allows you to now send and receive events from a Twitch chat. And I had it hooked up on my prototype to actually let people play a little roguelike game on Twitch. So I'm just going to do a local install of that and start using that. So let me just real quick, let me just go up to Twitch Observer and just do a make. Let me do make uninstall. Yup, make clean, make. There we go. We should probably bump those versions too when we make big commits like we have been. Cool, yeah, that's actually, so one of the guys I follow on Twitter is a really talented pixel artist named Ilka, Ilkke, and he's been doing some really cool polar coordinate pixel art, and I wanted to play around with that a little bit, and I made it using that. I want to do maybe a separate YouTube tutorial on how I created that, because it was fun, and it involves math and polar coordinates, and let's talk about math and art, right? That's a fun thing. Yeah, so now we installed this, so we should be able to, actually I think I just want to do it wherever we handle events. So wherever this is handling events, no, Josh, wrong thing. I think it's our game class handles that right now. Yeah, so for event in TDL event get, what we can do is just do something as simple as up here from scene import scene, and then say from Twitch observer import Twitch chat observer. There we go. And let me see. Observer equals Twitch chat observer. Actually, let me lift some code from my cp slash chat.cfg2 weird. Yeah. There we go. Weird. I was probably goofing up that syntax. People are like rolling their eyes at me, but apologies. So I just copied over this chat.cfg, right? I don't see it. Seriously? It is not there. I don't even know where I copied it. Maybe on itself? Joshua, I'll do it in the Explorer like a plebe. URL and paste. Cool. And I probably don't want to instantiate that in the loop. You are correct, Felix. I don't want to duplicate it like that. Let's just slide this up here. There we go. Good catch. Also, let me lift the, I think we want to have import config parser. And let me just copy out this code. It's not super interesting. Okay. URL. Did I shove it into, where did I shove it in there? The pi. Oh. Not there. See? Yeah, config parser. Let me see. Config parser, config. Let me just, this is using old stuff. I can hack it together to make it work. Basically, I want to keep my OAuth token hidden from chat. No offense, but yeah. So I have my bot set up in this config chat.cfg. So config, does this actually pull in the correct data default name? Equals config.read. I don't care about that. I just want to do config.read. Then what I want is something like nick pass chan ol equals that should be okay. And then here I can just do nickname password channel. Actually, this unfortunately should make my, for better for us, make my little Python bot join our chat while I'm developing. That's okay. Then, okay, let me just run this. It won't actually start, but let me just. OS is not defined. Cool. And now I should be able to do observer start. And then in here I can do something like, I think I can just concatenate them, something like 1, 2 plus 3, 4. I think that behaves like I think it does. So yeah, I can just say for event until the event plus observer dot get events. And this allows us just to process all the events. And this should also now if event dot type equals Twitch chat event print event dot message and event dot command equals priv msg. That should do it. Yep. Goof right there. Cool. Now I should be able to see something like test. Maybe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on? Something's hung. That is strange. Oh, unsupported, it's throwing an error is what it's doing. Unsupported types for generator and list. Interesting. Yeah, that should be generating output, but I don't see it. Did I goof up our... Can I jump to there? Type should be Twitch chat type. Twitch chat event. Did I goof that up? Looks the same. Let me just print event.type. Oh yeah, I also need to add in here observer.stop. This also should be printing out, like I get mouse motion and all kinds of like key stuff. That should be fine. Yeah, it's not propagating the Twitch events. Weird. Okay. Well, this should be working just fine, but I can debug this some other time. Let me just, for the time being, not worry about that. Event get, and I can just leave this commented out for the time being. I'll leave this config code in is fine. Let me real quick. Let me go to my git ignore, and I'm going to add my chat.cfg. This is my Twitch bot configuration. Git status. Yeah, so git. I don't care about this map.dat. I can not worry about that. But let me save this real quick. Also, I want to do, let's look and do a pip freeze, and we want to grab this. We can put it in our requirements.txt. Maybe this is still early days for that. Let's not worry about that then. Well, I guess I added it, so let's just add it there. Cool. Let's just do a git add.gitignore, git add game.py, git add requirements.txt, git status. Git let's call it that. Cool. Let me think. Part of me wants to look into that and why it's doing what it's doing. I should be able to. Let me just try running a real quick test. It should throw if I don't have the. Let me just check my config real quick to make sure that I have the right stuff in there. Like that could be an issue as well. I feel bad because like Felix and I have been working on this in our spare time, and I really feel bad if like not demoing this better. Yeah, it looks like my CFG was off, and we're not. So we should be okay. So I need to make sure that we're actually catching that exception. Then print event.type. close that. Oh, that's also a good point too. We changed that as well, Felix. It does not. Cool. Let's try this again. We should see mouse motion events, all that good stuff. T. Yep. They're not. Oh, I didn't add the observer.get events. I didn't add that back. Okay, you're getting that. You. Yep. Not sure what's going on. Makes me sad. Yeah, it's still in development. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I think I've spent enough time on it. Let me just close that out. Let me real quick just do a git reset. Head dash hard and get clean dash df. Okay. I think I want to. I also want to add another little UI element for like a percentage bar. I think I can do that pretty quick. So let's try that. It's not a progress bar, percentage bar. What are they called? Progress bar, I guess, is what they're called. Yeah. And to underscore, not to underscore. Let's just not underscore it. Okay. And let me just do that. And over here, I can lift. I need to update. I need a draw. I need to handle events. I need a constructor. Yeah. So it's basically, I mean, should this be its own little console as well, or should it just draw directly to its parent? Let me think. Because what I want to do is I want to have like a little health bar. Let's say max and color. Oh, thank you, Felix. Yep, that's probably what it was. I'll debug it off stream. I'll come back tomorrow with a better idea. So self.max equals max, and self.color equals color. I guess max and width are also different. Width self.width equals width. We also probably want a, let's do X, Y width, max and color. Okay. Right now, I just want to draw stuff to the console. Let me just hack it out, I guess. For I in range self.width, console dot draw care x self.x plus I comma y comma I guess right now I'll just do this comma self.color. And this should just draw a set of hashes. That's enough, I guess, to see what's going on. And also, I guess if the window is going to contain things, let's do something like maybe the self.children equals a list, and then update, and then so update self, and then for child in self.children child.update. Cool. Yeah, update doesn't take any params. For child in self.children child.handle events event, and similarly for child in self.children child.draw. I'm thinking the children probably ought to, should they draw, I think, yeah, they should draw to ooh. Yeah, they should draw to self.d. Should they draw to the parent, I think, and the parent draws? So if that's the case, this needs to happen after. Thank you. Update. Cool. So that should make the child draw to its parent. Okay, so then let me just here really quickly import draw from UI import progress bar. P equals progress bar. And I want to put it at 1, 1, comma, oh man, like 9. And the max value doesn't matter right now. Let's say 10, or that's fine. And then color is, let me just say, import palette, and then palette dot bright red. See what this does. Python game.py. So it's, oh, I did not add it to the list of children. So self.children.append p. Why is not defined? Probably because I forgot a self somewhere. Yeah, it's the width is incorrect, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's drawing as wide as I told it to, but it's yeah. So let's just yep. So I can just make that 8. Cool. So I guess now I want it to. So I want to display health for the players. So I want to basically have something like 2 and self.data drawster 1 1, and this will be Felix. Something like that. So it would show the player's name, and then it would show their life below, and we would just have a list of these like two tuples, or however you want to look at it. Yeah. And actually, I might be able to get away with something like draw here, space, and then background color equals self.color. Would that look? Yeah, that's getting closer. Okay, and then maybe something like so I want to honor like the amount of health there is. So draw care for range and self.width. We need to figure out actually the correct width, right? So so we need a max. Let's call this max value, and self.current value equals max. Okay, and so I want to do w equals int of self dot current value divided by self dot max value times self dot width, and that should be the range right here, pretty sure. Cool. And then if I have half, so if I set the player's current value to say, or progress bar dot current value equals I guess at 10, so maybe 7. Let's see what that looks like. Cool. So yeah, that's behaving like I think. That wasn't terrible. Let me see. It would be nice to also show on top it would be nice to show on top the actual, like, 7/10. Oh man. Let me see. So this should be something like, I'm going quick and fast here, so apologies. So it should be something like format self.current value and self.max value. So if I less than the length of v, c equals I, or v at I, and then up here I can just say c equals space. Then just print the color here. Let's see what I'm trying to do is have it also print out. There we go. So it's nice to have. It's nice to actually know the straight up value. And I don't know. You could have the string on top, but I'm trying to keep this info as compressed as possible. Yeah. So I think that works reasonably well. Yeah, I mean, you can make enhancements to this, but right now I think that's enough to be happy with it. Maybe in the future, like if the player health changed, maybe the handle events, it'll take a player health change event and it can update that, or something like that. Let me see. Cool. So let's just let's undo our changes. Git reset. I think I just say what's the syntax on that? Git reset UI / nope. Window.hi status and git reset window -- hard. Oh. I can just undo it manually, I suppose. So I don't need this, but I do want to actually. I do want to keep the child code, so that's good. I didn't undo that. So yeah, let's keep the children. Yeah, that's simple enough. That's okay right now. Let me just make sure it runs. Yep, I still have that stuff stubbed in there. Cool. Yeah, so I can get rid of this. And I think wherever I'm manually, manually printing Felix, I can get rid of that. Cool. And also, let me real quick too. Let me just let me just commit this, and let me see if I can get one little last thing done in here. Git status git add dot git commit -m initial implementation of progress bar. Git push. And let's see if I can, since I already have a player in the scene, why don't I just update that to init subscribe. Let's say real quick self.nickname equals player. That's fine. And then let's create a let's create a new window, I suppose. I'll just throw it in here for now until I can figure out a better a better thing to call it. Let's call it player window. From UI import window class player window of type window.window. And then I just want to basically, I just want to update, or I want to, let's do a def init. I'm just going to copy the params from that, but instead what I want is the title is just going to be, I don't care about title here, but when I do, come on fingers, super dot init x, y, width, height, and players. Okay. And what else? I wanted to. That's probably. Oh, I thought I needed something beyond that, but maybe not. Then def update. Yeah, I also need to get this updating like a real game too. For now, I can just put it in draw, which is kind of gross, but let me just do def update self s def draw self comma console s def handle events s, and then in draw I just want to oh man, do I have a way of getting hold of, because I think the player lives in the scene, is that right? Scene.entities. Yeah, I can get a hold of current scene, so so for entity, and up here I need to import scene and scene.current scene dot entities. Is that right? Yeah. If is instance entity, and I need to import player. Okay. Player.player. If not, instance continue. If so, we do have a player. Then we can say, also need to say row equals 1, and this needs to be console.draw stir entity to nickname and something like, I need guys like from UI import our progress bar. Let me see, 5 minutes. Gonna push. Let's get this done. Oh man. Yeah, yuck. So how do I do this? Progress bar. Yeah, this is going to be super gross. P equals progress bar, and actually, let's not worry about that right now. Let's just see if I can actually draw the players that are in the scene. So let's go to scene, and I don't want a window.window. I want a player window, and I can still give it the player window, but I don't need to worry about that. And let me see if I can run it and if it does anything. Two requirements, line string get stir, draw stir, line 19 of player window. Console.drawStir entity.nickname. Required positional arguments. Yeah, of course, of course. Row and 1. That is not right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Also need to, let's call our super player window self. Actually, I think Python 3 I can just do this. Let's try this. Super.draw console. Oh man, I've done and goofed something. The window is just not showing up, is it? Let me try just this. Because that should behave exactly like it did before. Why is it not showing up? Even more simple. Okay, that's working. Which it had better. Five position targets, 6 were given. Oh. Let's just do that. That's fine. So something. Yeah, I guess update is where we actually call the I don't need to define that just yet, or do I? Yeah, I'm running out of time very quickly. Yeah, that works. Let me see. So if I just had def draw self and console, did a super draw console, and that shouldn't change any behavior. It's also complaining that observer isn't defined, which is probably in our game. Yeah, let's just comment that out for the time being. Draw, don't need that. Events, no. Scene, no. I was working on player window. I think that was working if I remember correctly. Yeah, so for entity and scene dot current scene entities if not is instance entity player dot player. Continue. I need to do a console.draw stir. X is 1, Y is 1, and entity.nickname. That should work just for the single player case. Okay, that's not quite right. Why is that? Oh, because I'm drawing it to the console, not to the actual the window itself. So I need to self.data. Where the interleave on that is bad. So self updates child and children draw console blitz. So that's what blitz itself out. Yeah, I need to fix some of this logic is what it's looking like. But let's see if I can just make it quickly. Can I pull this down to the bottom? Is that will make it work? Because I need to get that. Well, no. Let's put that where it was. And then down here I can just do a console.blitz self.data. Self.x, self.y. There we go. This just seems gross because I'm calling this basically doing the same thing here. Yeah, let me just try pushing that super to the bottom. That might be the way to solve that. But I'm not sure if the usage of super is special or not. Maybe. Self.data, they should be putting the... Ooh, yeah, does update clear stuff out? It doesn't look like it. Oh, yeah, it does. It does. It does. Yeah, let's just put it back the way it was, and we can clean it up in the future. That can be a future Joshua problem. Real quick, I just want to say something like row equals 1, and then I could say something like console or self draw x is the column, so that's 1, and then this needs to be row, and then row plus equals 1. And then I can now that should work for multiple players. So in our scene, I think I have where's our scene? Scene.py. I can create a second player real quick. 10 and 10. Oh, so is it not incrementing correctly? Player window. That should be okay, I think. Yeah, I did that. I did that in my prototype. Felix is suggesting having the character names color synced. I'm not quite sure why this isn't working. I want to get this straightened out, then I'll commit and I'll call it a stream. Print row. This should detect there's more than one 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Why does it only think there's a single player? I added a second player. Did I? Yeah. When I run it, there's 2 in there, right? Yeah, there are most definitely 2 players there. So for entity and scene entities, if is continue. Oh, psh, Joshua, seriously? Okay, yeah. So there we go. Yep, it's always the little issues. So yeah, so there. So now we should be able to have that. Yeah, and as Felix pointed out, we could do something like fg equals entity dot foreground. I think is how I coded it. Let's see. And to test that out, I think I can also here in scene. Can I say position equals this, and fg equals palette.bright red, say palette.bright blue. I'm in a bright blue kind of mood. Yeah, there we go. That was easy enough to do. Nice. Cool. And also, I think another little thing I did too is I can say, yeah, that should be fine for now. Yeah. Let's commit this and let you folks, and I'll call it a day. Let's do a git status, git diff. Yep, that looks okay. Leaving the 2 players in there for now is fine. Git status. So let's do a git add dot, and then git commit, or git, let's do a git commit -m, working on player listing window, git push origin, and git tag -a, it should be EP7, I believe. Is that right? Let me take a look at my. Let me just look at my. Just do git tag. Yeah. So git tag -a EP7 -m episode 7. Git push. Did it already push origin? -- tag. Cool. So that should be. I think we should be in a good spot right now. Yeah. I guess this has been my lunch break. Thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate the company, and hopefully it's been interesting watching this little project come together. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm really excited about making something that is like Twitch centric. I think it's cool. Again, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Joshua Skelly on Twitter or here on Twitch. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.